Okay. Hello, audience. My name is Andro Oro Alamar, and welcome to Rediscover Your Hidden Intuitive Gifts and Reconnect with Loved Ones Beyond the Veil. Today we have an amazing guest. An amazing guest. Would you please introduce yourself and tell us what you do?
Thank you, Andrew. I'm so blessed and honored to be here on the summit and sharing with your audience. My name is Di Challenor, and some people have said I'm a channeler. So I do channeling, and I've recently I've discovered sacred tools and sacred geometry, and I'm going to call tensor tools. Been having amazing success with that.
Mhm.
And I also do tarot readings and channeling information. I've been doing that for a long, long time.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing. So I want to ask you the thing that I think not many people have heard about are tensor tools. So if you
Hmm.
have them with you, can you show us them and explain what they are and what they do?
Great question. I've only got one in arm's reach.
Okay. No worries.
The tensor tools, it's described because these are pieces of copper wire and they're twisted one way and then the opposite way. So the energy is like balanced. And then I don't make, this is a handmade broadcasting tool. So it's been created and joined together. So it's going to be energetically aligned and also it's sort of equal. And some other tools that I've got, they're all mathematically created. So the tensor tools is with the twisted wire, copper wire. And I've also experienced sacred geometry. So again, it's all mathematical measurements to get the frequency of the sacred geometry. And I'm all about frequency. I'm all about raising the vibration. And I have found these tools that are easily able to do that. And the other tool is a wand, and it's sort of got a specific measurement, and it's got the copper wire and then another bit of measurement. But I use my pendulum instead because I find that's more accurate. It's easier
Mhm.
because the pendulum's doing the work and not my wrist.
I love that. Okay, so I want to ask you, when you say that the tensor tools broadcast, what exactly do they broadcast?
That's great. Another question. They can. This is why I bought them. Saw them demonstrated, and I thought, wow, this is fantastic. This is what I broadcast and talk into this broadcast, and it's broadcasting because the energy goes out
Mhm.
3 to 60 degrees. So what I can broadcast is it's the energetic signature of a herb, for example. Well, I'm going to say it's the unique energy. So instead of you having to ingest, say, a herb like basil or mint, we'll say mint, because you might have an upset stomach, instead of you having to eat it, go through the digestive system, I can just broadcast looking at this at you and the camera and just broadcast energetically the signature, the essence of what that mint herb is all about. So on a vibration. So it's really subtle, but it's really powerful because people do get it. And so
Yeah.
what I was excited about was, because I buy over the years, I've got supplements in my cupboard. And I
Mhm.
thought, I don't need to go and buy a whole truckload of supplements. And also, what I do with my pendulum in the morning, I did have my jars of krill oil and vitamin D and other things. And I just asked the pendulum, do you want this today? So I go, that is a yes, and that is a no. So recently, like a couple of weeks ago, I kept getting no for all of them. So I put them back in the cupboard.
Mhm.
And then this other little supplement, which is good for hair, skin, and nails, I was using it earlier on and then I got a no. And then the last week and a half or so, I've got a yes. So then this week, like 2 days ago, I've got a no. So I thought, okay, I'm not meant to use that. So,
Mhm.
and then I'll just do, I just do use it for programming. So you can program and broadcast about being in ease. And I'd use the pendulum to get rid of your negative energy and then
Mhm.
activate your positive attributes. So I don't know, they're just really magical and fabulous.
Awesome. Okay. You kind of you led a little bit into my next question, which is how do you use the tinsel tools to do energetic healing on people? How do you use them to, I guess, help unlock them from their how do I say that? Unlock them into their intuitive abilities or psychic abilities. Does that make sense? Unlock into?
Sort of, Andrew.
Like, I'll say this. How do you help people with your tinsel tools unlock their intuitive and psychic abilities? That's better.
That's cool. Well, sometimes some people don't want to unlock their psychic abilities.
Mhm.
I use this process of the pendulum and the broadcasting tool to clear blocks and fears in people.
Mhm.
So and also align their posture, align their energy. And then I will also talk to them about connecting to their intuition because their intuition is in their heart space.
Mhm.
And so listening to the guidance that you get through your heart, or if you might hear messages or you're a visual person, the connection is through me explaining that and having that awareness. So what I'm doing is like preparing them, I guess you could
Mhm.
say preparing their body physically and energetically by clearing the blocks and fears,
Mhm.
clearing the energy that no longer aligns, activating those aspects. So then that gives them that clarity to connect to their own intuition. And
Mhm.
like I use my intuition to work out, plus I use the pendulum. I sort of have an idea of what I need, but I
Mhm.
use this booklet with the pendulum and go around and check
Mhm.
yes, no. And I do that for myself and for clients.
Mhm.
So I sort of, the pendulum knows, but I have a good idea myself, but I don't really want to project my ideas because I want to keep it open to
Mhm.
working with source and spirit guides and, your angels and things like that.
Mm. I love that. Okay. Thank you for sharing that. Okay, so I kind of want to switch gears just a little bit to your channeling. And I want to
Yeah.
ask you how channeled messages play a role in helping others reconnect with their ancestors and spirit guides beyond the veil.
Good question. You're on fire today.
Thank you.
Well, part of when I do my work, and look, if you're having a healing session, I'm still channeling information. And I will open it up to connect with ancestors. But if they don't come in, they don't come in. That's the same if they're, obviously because they're passed over. But I'm just no.
Mhm.
The information no, and when I've been doing some healing and clearing work, I'm actually putting it out there to the client I'm working with to clear it on all levels, to clear it in all lifetimes, in this lifetime, past lifetimes, but also to clear it for ancestral line.
Mhm.
And I just know, and those words come out because that's me channeling, because I'm working with source and that person's higher self.
Yeah.
And I just want to cover it all. And I'm even explaining to a client that you are, in essence,
Mhm.
a surrogate or the catalyst for your family because healing through you can heal your ancestral and family lineage. And that we do bring through thoughts, fears, you know, behaviors
Mhm.
generation to generation because you can easily say, oh, my mum used to do that, or my grandma you always used to that, or grandpa or whatever. So
Mhm.
we do bring it through with us in each life or incarnation without even realizing.
Mhm.
So for me, using my skills of connecting and channeling, it's just giving that, I suppose, broader explanation, but and
Mhm.
just explaining it to the client and then covering it off and let the source and the creator do the work. And like even with, I shouldn't say, with me and the pendulum, it's like source working through me and the pendulum to give that guidance that that client needs.
Mhm.
And I think it's pretty deep as well because by also connecting with that client's intuition,
Mhm.
their higher self, stuff's going to come up that they're not aware of
Mhm.
in their conscious mind. So it is working at that higher level with grace and ease and for the best and highest good of all concerned. So those are the caveats that I use when I do my healing work. And so I feel I'm getting the best answers at that time in that snapshot that client is ready to work with and release and let go of, and then activate whatever the other positive dimensions are that they need to activate.
Okay, that makes sense. I want to ask you next, how important working with and through the inner child is, not only as someone who practices energy healing, but someone who practices channeling.
That's a good question. I only end up working with my inner child when I'm working with other healers, like you, for example, Andrew.
Mhm.
Um, but then look, it is an awareness, because even when I've done Louise Hay teacher training, it's talking about the inner child, and there's
Mhm.
exercises and things to do around that. But it is really important, in my first-hand experience, to understand and connect with the inner child, so that the inner child aspect of ourselves, of me,
Mhm.
feels safe and secure, that the adult version of me is taking charge and caring for the inner child.
Yep.
So to me, it's really important. However, I sort of don't consciously do it. But if it comes up for a client, I'll do that, because I have a process where you've got adult person and inner child, and put them together and put them in your heart, so that your inner
Mhm.
child's always in your heart,
Yeah.
and to speak to that aspect of yourself.
Mhm.
So it is part of it. To me, it's connected,
Yeah.
and it will come up when the inner child wants to be seen and heard, I guess.
Yeah, you're right. And thank you for explaining that just a little bit deeper. I want to ask you, in your opinion, why is listening to one's intuition essential for spiritual growth and deeper connection with the spiritual world?
Great question again, Andrew. I've been working with connecting to your intuition for over 6 years. Like, it's been my topic. And it's so important, because we have all the answers within. We don't need to look externally. And, modern, whatever you want to call it, the world we live in, with advertising, medical, education, I'm going to say even marriage, all these institutions, the church, all these institutions that sort of control and govern us,
Mhm.
are essentially asking us to get external validation. So when you're working with Source, God, the Creator, your angels, there's no need for any external validation, because you're working directly with the spirit, with the source, with the universe, with the laws of the universe, which is even deeper. And it's been in operation for hundreds and hundreds of years. So it's not
Mhm.
anything new. And I'm going to say, there's no monetary or fiscal gain by the universe, whereas there is in marketing with the medical system, education, and commercial retail systems. There's an economic gain or financial gain from those controlling it all. So of course
Mhm.
they're going to want you to look and think. You look in the mirror and you think, oh my God, I'm so fat, or I need plastic surgery because I've got a bit of whatever.
Mhm.
Universe doesn't work, and that's, someone's going to get some money out of that, and it's making you feel bad about yourself. The
Mhm.
universe and the spiritual laws, and working with source and creator and working with other healers, is there's no judgment. Judgment does not exist. That's like our conscious mind. There's a law of polarity, which means for every positive thing, there's a negative. So that's just giving that balance, but it's not so much judgment. So it's so important to listen to your intuition, and it's like a muscle. I always say it's like a muscle. You go to the gym, you exercise your arms. With intuition, you've got to exercise it and practice,
Mhm.
and you just surrender to the universe or God or the creator, and just say, I want this.
Mhm.
And as I've been told many times, you don't tell the universe or the creator how to do it.
Mhm.
You just ask for clear guidance and messages, and
Mhm.
those messages come through your intuition. If that comes in your heart or through, for me, I hear messages. I get like a little conversation. Or some people might see things. Like, I also get things on like a Facebook feed. Oh, I was just thinking about that. Oh,
Mhm.
I'll act upon it. And with me, my rule of thumb is, if I get a thought or idea 3 or 4 times, I keep getting it and I keep resisting. That's like angels or source talking to me. So I think, right, yeah, I've got to
Mhm.
take action. So it is so important for our growth and development spiritually.
Mhm.
And it's what you really need to be doing, just tuning in. And as I say, we've all got the answers. We all know deep down what we have to do.
Mhm.
And sometimes it's good to have someone external, like a healer or a coach or a reader, to sort of say out of the blue, they don't know you.
Mhm.
Oh, by the way, have you thought of blah, blah, blah? Or this card is coming up. Does that make sense to you? And usually 10 out of 10, oh yeah, I was thinking about that. And that's sort of how it works. Like we're working with, the higher source that can see 360. As a human, we just have to go like this and like tunnel vision. We can only see what's in front of us. So it's better to work with the source or the creator or the God because they know, and even with your angels, sometimes I look at numbers, I'm into numerology, the things are
Mhm.
working behind the scenes that you don't know. Like you might have this request and you really want it now, but a few other ducks and other people need to get lined up so it all happens in divine timing.
Mhm.
And you don't know about that because you're just thinking of what you want. And so it's so important to connect with your intuition, Andrew. I'm so glad you're doing this summit
Yeah.
to help share these insights with the audience.
Mhm. Thank you, and thank you for being on the summit. There's still more questions, but
Oh, okay,
um,
sorry.
I want to ask you next about your tarot card readings, just because you brought it up, and I kind of want to go a little bit into it. And I want to ask you, through your tarot card readings, which are central in your practice, how do you use the symbolism within the tarot to help individuals, excuse me, align with their soul's purpose?
Good question. It all depends on what cards come up. And
Okay.
look, I've even changed it that I will shuffle the cards and the cards normally jump out. Like I'm not doing a spread anymore. I'll just shuffle and the person might ask a question and I'll shuffle and whatever cards fly out
Mhm.
is sort of what the answer is. And some of it, it's what I resonate with looking at that card. It's also I bring in my other information, like energetic information or numerology. Like for me, numbers mean things.
Mhm.
And I know like major arcana is all about big life changes and decisions. So, and the other cards, the suit cards, are like the details of those
Yeah.
decision. So I use my intuition and what I'm feeling at the time. And I do look at the card because sometimes you look at a card and it's got lots of love hearts or flowers or I've got this quirky pack which aren't as scary as the rider weight cards. And they're a bit more, I don't know, not old fashioned. So I feel the
Mhm.
cards are the pictorial vision for the client. Because as a reader, I don't need the cards. I can tell you, I can channel information and tell you things. And usually when I do that, I will pull some cards and they confirm it, or they might just add a bit more depth or dimension to what I've said. But they usually confirm what I've said. And it's a matter of, yeah, looking at them and having a bit of an understanding of the different sort suits and the personalities and the elements that they represent.
Okay. Okay, I love that. And thank you again for going a bit deeper into that. I think the reason why I wanted to ask about that is because, again, I know it's something that's kind of central to your practice, something you started off doing. And I know
Mm,
that you're very, very good at it. So I wanted you to kind of bring that element of not only passion around tarot, but bring your knowledge in around it
yeah.
and let us know how it can be a tool for us to open up to our greatest soul expression and purpose. So, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think they're a reflection of what's going on for you at that
Yeah.
time.
Hmm.
And that's with all these tools. Like I'm going to say, I might be pulling out cards today, and then I might have a massive healing with someone or a big light bulb moment, and I pull cards out a few days down the track or next week. It's going to be different, but then the themes will be similar. Like I feel there's themes that are happening that can get picked up with the cards. And
Hmm.
they're pretty accurate. Like I'm pretty surprised sometimes at how accurate they can be. So yeah, and because they've been going for hundreds and hundreds of years, like they were developed in the 14th century,
Mm-hmm.
even though the pictures are different, we still have the same themes and topics in our modern day life
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
of, career changes or marriages or relationships or health issues or what am I here to do? What's my life purpose? So to
Mm-hmm.
me, they are classical, timeless tools to use, and everyone is different. You can have the same question and ask three different readers, and you'll get three different interpretations. But I bet you'll get the common theme. But everyone is bringing their own personality and their own level of knowledge
Mm-hmm.
and development, like spiritually and otherwise, with all the, I don't know, the courses or the experiences that we've had will influence the interpretation.
Okay, that makes sense. And thank you again for explaining that a little bit more deeply. I want to ask you now about sacred geometry. And if it feels
Mm,
weird that I'm kind of jumping all over the place, let me know and I'll kind of slow down.
that's
Um,
okay.
but yeah, I want to ask you more about sacred geometry and how sacred geometry is an ancient and mystical tool, and how working with it facilitates spiritual alignments and opening doors to deeper communication with the spirit realm. Does
Good
that
question.
did it make
Well,
sense, or did it sound more like a
yeah, yeah. But to see for me, the sacred geometry is not so much connecting directly with the spirit realm.
okay?
I like it because it's all about vibration and frequency, and that you can do things with it pretty easily and quickly with the frequency. So it's the magic, I'd say, of the mathematical dimensions of like the pyramid, for example. And I've got a Merkaba thing which has got a
The
couple of
crazy
angels
thing
in it.
is, as you put it in the camera, you can feel the energy. Well, I don't know about anybody else, but I can feel its energy moving
Wow.
as it was kind of like moving around. I could feel like the energy around it and it coming through the screen.
Wow. Yeah, it's powerful. And the same can happen when I broadcast. So I just have that by my desk because I can't really hang it in my ceiling, but it
Hmm.
is the energy of it all. And to me, because it's so old, it's all interrelated. Like it's old energy from, I'm not sure how long ago, but hundreds of years. And I have done theta healing, and I did one of the courses years and years ago. And I resonate with the law of vibration. So all my work in various shapes and forms like Reiki, energy healing, the theta healing, the cards, the sacred geometry is all about, and my philosophy is raising the vibration of the planet one person at a time. You can do that in groups, which is good, but it's all about frequency. Everything has a frequency. And if you're aware of that, you can know that some of the lower level frequencies are things like shame and guilt and sorrow and anger.
Hmm.
And as you heal those, you're going to move up the frequency chart to
Hmm.
get to, things like enlightenment, love, joy, happiness that becomes your norm. So using the sacred geometry tools to me is it's just making it easy to clear what's holding people back, like clear it in myself and clear it in others. And I don't give a lot of thought to it. And I have bought a book. I bought a book on sacred geometry to study it a bit more because there are all sorts of shapes. I've only just got a couple. And they also relate to the tree of life. So again, it's all frequency and vibration. So stay tuned, Andrew, when I do some more research.
Yes.
Um, I'll be able to explain that better. But
Okay.
yeah, I'm a vibration girl.
Okay. I love it. Okay, so I want to ask you next, if you feel up to it, would you give us a demonstration, please, using your tensor tools or whatever energy you want to broadcast or whatever? Would you mind giving us a little demonstration?
Oh, I love to. Been waiting for this moment, Andrew. You, you are the lucky person. And I'm also going to say, though, in working with Andrew, he will be like the catalyst or the surrogate for
Mhm.
everyone who's watching. Because he said he could feel the energy just now when I showed that
Mhm. Yeah, the tool.
Merkaba.
Yeah, the tools are
Hmm.
definitely like damn powerful. Again, I'm an energy person too, and I think it's probably just because like I've had to grow up to understand energy very, very very, how can I say it? Very succinctly or very presently because I grew up in a household that wasn't the best. So I had
Yeah.
to know what the energy was or the energy shifts in order to survive.
Yeah.
So now growing up as an adult, and when an energy shifts, when an energy that's too big that I can't fathom comes in the room or whatever, when something changes, I automatically feel it. And autism.
Mhm.
But um all of them make my energetic abilities a little more powerful just because now like growing up in a state of hyper awareness, I can sense when things change or shift or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, when that thing came into the even the circles too, they're a little more muted than the Merkaba, but the
Yeah.
Merkaba is just powerful.
Yeah, and that's a powerful thing in itself, and I don't really know what to do with it. But I've got Archangel Michael in here, and I've got the flow of prosperity, Lakshmi, the goddess. So I thought, well, they can just protect me, and it looks good.
I would use it. I would use it more
Oh,
often just to get people used to like the powerful movement of energy. Just because I know like the better the tool, the more powerful the energy. So not advice or anything like that, but
yeah,
if you really want powerful transformation, try to incorporate it into your healing to see how it shifts people.
exactly. Well, I will. I'll do it off, not now, but
Mhm.
because I want to see for myself what it's meant to do. But at the moment, it's just sitting there beautifully. So, what I'm going to do for you, I am sus. This is my intuition talking. Thinking you need a cleanse of some description, an energetic cleanse. So, this is what I'm going to use. This is the broadcast. So this is another version of the broadcast tool. And I could also use a pyramid, but I didn't feel like pointing that into the camera. So, and so Andro will be the surrogate. So whatever comes up, if your body is open to receiving it, be open to receiving it and just take what you need because we can all do with a cleanse. So I'm just going to say, I'm going to ask the pendulum, okay, do we want to use this page for Andro for healing? So I'm getting a strong yes. So good. Close your eyes, Andro. So does Andro need minerals? No. Quantum entanglement? No. Essential oils? No. Does he need superfoods? Yes. Does he need a program crystal? No. Does he need crystals? Does he need a supplement? Yes. Does he need a cleanse? Yes. Do you need herbs? Yes. Do you need digestive enzymes? No. Do you
Hmm.
need any hormones? No. Vitamins? No. So I'm just going to write this down on my page.
Okay.
So I will just go through the list. So superfoods, you need supplements, and these are all going to be given to you energetically. So you don't have to go to the shops and go and buy whatever I'm suggesting. So
Okay.
you're going to work out a cleanse, and then we're going to work out the herbs. So I did a cleanse on myself on the small intestine and colon
Mhm.
end of June, and I needed couple of herbs, and one of them was wormwood. And that was
Mhm.
all about, because I looked it up and it was about parasites. And I thought, what? Parasites in my body? Yuck. Um, and it cleansed I got rid of a sugar cravings that I've had for years and years and years. And I now am more aligned with maple syrup or honey or like a organic rapadura sugar. I'm not even wanting the pastries and the cakes that I used to have. And
Hmm.
I also used to feel empty. So I went to my acupuncturist and I said, can you just check in about these parasites? So she said, yep, they are cleansed. And then came back again because I was craving for sweets again. So I said, can you check in? She said, oh, yep, there's some parasites. And she said, in Chinese medicine, we call them ghosts, like it's an energetic parasite. So your body's not filled up with whatever they are. So, so she cleansed it on another level as well. And I've done a couple of other cleanses and just to strengthen that need for no sugar. And if I do have sugar, I enjoy it. I enjoy what I'm having, like a chocolate or something like that. So I don't beat myself up. So let's see what you need in terms of superfood. Because what I'll do is I'll find the list on the superfoods page and we'll do all the broadcasting at the end.
Okay. You know what's
So
weird though, before you start?
Yeah.
I had this urge to make a tea, and the tea was going to be dandelion, mullein, and something else. I forgot the other one, but like these three different herbs that I use without any sugar, milk, or anything, just the herb and hot water. So it makes sense that you had the urge to kind of go to the herbs because I was going to go make me a really big, huge glass of tea and just drink it before I went to sleep. But yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Well, you might add something else to it, or you might not have to add it, or maybe dandelion might come up and you don't have to make the tea. I can
Okay.
broadcast it. So anyway, the superfoods, we've got things like cacao, goji, aloe vera, camu camu, chia, hemp, bee pollen, all the honeys. So far this is all no.
Okay.
We've got ghee,
Ooh, excuse me.
fish oil, blue algae,
Mm,
kelp, bone broth, nut, maca, acai, nut, noni, mangosteen. Yeah, I've got to look it up again. Mangosteen is what you need.
okay.
Um, I can't remember what that is good for because I've had to have mangosteen myself. So I'll just write that down. So superfood mangosteen.
Okay.
Now we'll go to, I'm going to do the supplements. And again, this is like supplements for Andro. Yes, I just check. So it's like COQ10, DMSI, all these things I wouldn't even know what they are. MSM. So they're all no. I'll just quickly go because some of them I can't even pronounce.
Okay. MSM is used for hair growth.
Yeah, that's those pills I was using, and then I stopped and then used them again. Okay, you need the proteolytic enzymes. So there's something with you and your digestion.
Makes
Would
sense.
that be accurate?
Yeah. I've been taking this thing called what my family calls the protocol, and we use it to get rid of any infections, cancers, all that stuff. And it's we've been doing it for years, and it works. But it's because I've been doing it for so long, it's kind of hard on my digestive system.
It's upset your digestive system.
Yeah, it's very like very raw, very hot ingredients. So it's garlic, ginger, habanero, all mixed together.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's hot.
Well, well then at least these proteolytic enzymes will help stabilize your digestive system. So does Andrew need a cleanse? Yep, strong yes, Andrew. So we're going through things like blood, stomach, auditory, pancreas, lymph, spleen. These are all no. Ureters, liver, skin. It's all strong no.
Mhm.
Nasal, gallbladder, tonsils, bladder. Small intestine is a yes. Mouth cavity, colon, yes. Arteries, lungs. Yep. Kidneys, right. Hold on. You also need a brain cleanse.
Hmm,
Okay.
that makes
So,
sense. Um,
does it?
yeah, lately I've been feeling a little weird in my brain. So I've started taking ginkgo biloba.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, sorry about that clanging. All right. Well, we'll get to the herbs because these will declare what they need to do. So medicinal herbs for Andro, yes. So there's a whole stack of mushrooms. These are all no. Strong no. Now, all right. So you need a bit of milk thistle, but
Makes
that's a cleanser usually for liver, but it can be gallbladder, but probably colon.
okay.
So, and then you got to go to the other page. So milk thistle, and then see what's on here. Just yeah. Okay. So again, there's a whole stack of mushrooms.
I just ate portobello.
Did you? Well,
Hmm.
you obviously don't need them. Now, I'm hovering on dandelion and it's coming up a no,
Okay.
Andro. You don't have to worry about dandelion tea.
Okay.
Or
Yay.
you might not need it after we finish with all this stuff.
Okay.
All right, so we're still going very strong. No, no. because I think you might need the wormwood.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's changing. So wormwood is for the cleanse,
Hmm.
and then another one is the go-to cola,
Hmm.
which I'm pretty sure is for the brain.
Yep.
So
I've been meaning to
go-to,
get some of that too.
what was that?
I've been meaning to get a bottle of that, but it if you want it in the raw, it can be very expensive. So yeah.
Okay, well, I'm just going to do it for you energetically so you save your money.
Yay. Thanks.
All right. Okay, so I think, is there anything else? Just no, just double checking. So definitely wormwood and go-to cola. Okay. All right, Andrew. Now we're going to do the magic with this broadcasting. So everyone, if you want to be open to receiving it, if you want to keep your eyes closed, that's fine. I'm going to look into the camera and broadcast for you and everyone else. So I broadcast, I'm going to say everything 3 times
Mhm.
and just ask the creator to do it. And then at the end, I'm going to integrate it all with a bit of the creator's work. So just, I'll guide you when you're ready to open your eyes.
Okay.
Okay, so I broadcast the unique energy signature of mangosteen into my body. So if you want to say these into yourself, that's cool. I broadcast the unique energy signature of mangosteen into my body. I broadcast the unique energy signature of mangosteen into my body now. Thank you. It's done. It's done. It's done. Show me. So that's done.
Mhm.
Now doing the supplement, I broadcast the unique energy signature of proteolytic enzymes into my body. I broadcast the unique energy signature of proteolytic enzymes into my body. I broadcast the unique energy signature of proteolytic enzymes into my body now. Thank you. It's done. It's done. It's done. Show me. That's that one. So now I'm going to do the cleanse, the small intestine. So I'm for Andrew and the audience doing a cleanse for the small intestine and the colon and the brain. I broadcast the unique energy signature of the herb milk thistle to cleanse into my body to cleanse the small intestine, the colon, and the brain. I broadcast the unique energy signature of the herb milk thistle into my body to cleanse the small intestine, the colon, and the brain. I broadcast the unique energy signature of the herb milk thistle into my body to cleanse the small intestine, the colon, and the brain. Thank you. It's done. It's done. It's done. Show me. So next is I broadcast the unique energy signature of the herb wormwood into my body to cleanse my colon, my small intestine, and brain. I broadcast the unique energy signature of the herb wormwood to cleanse the small intestine, the colon, and the brain. I broadcast the unique energy signature of the herb wormwood to cleanse the colon, the small intestine, and the brain. Thank you. It's done. It's done. It's done. Show me. And then the last one, I broadcast the unique energy signature of the herb go-to cola to cleanse my brain. I broadcast the unique energy signature of the herb go-to cola to cleanse the brain, into my body to cleanse my brain. I broadcast the unique energy signature of the herb go-to cola into my body to cleanse my brain. Thank you. It's done. It's done. It's done. Show me. So I'll just integrate all of this. Are you feeling okay, Andrew?
Hmm.
You,
Immediately when you put the tinsel tool in, When we began, I felt the energy. My body feels very, very hot, and it feels like the fog over my brain is just gone. But I also feel like my posture straightened up.
Oh, that's good.
Also, yeah, I also feel like I can see psychically more clearly, but I'm also getting like a mental image of stuff from ancient Egypt, which I don't. We're doing like a herb broadcasting, so why in the hell am I saying that in this moment? I don't understand, but
I I don't either. This is all good feedback. So I hope the audience just keep your eyes closed. And I'm going to say, have a nice deep breath in through the nose. And I'm going to say on the out breath, just release anything that no longer serves. Just go in through the nose, out, and release any tension, tightness, or any parasite stuff. Have another deep breath in through the nose and then out through the mouth, and just purge any negative energy or blocks, fears, pain, trauma. Have a third breath in through the nose, and the out breath, just purge any negative pain, trauma, energy. So I'm going to go up and ask the creator of all it is to integrate all the healing that we've done today, or this broadcasting, and all the information that I've spoken to in this session. So creative all it is, it's commanded to integrate this healing by sending unconditional love, a beam of unconditional love right from the top of Andrew's head as his crown chakra through to every cell and atom in his body, right down through to the soles of his feet. Integrate all the cleansing, integrate the supplements, and integrate the conversation, the topics that we've had. Release and send to white light, washed and cleansed, anything that no longer serves you. So release any pain, trauma, resentment, anger, frustration, guilt, shame. Just send them all to white light in a bubble, washed and cleansed to white light, and send it to the creator. And I want you to then imagine the creator is transmuting that into unconditional love that is now coming in to the top of your head, to every cell and atom in your body, right through to the soles of your feet. Just imagine this beautiful, I like to think of pink, white, pearlescent, pink, white, gold light, like really sparkly. So just imagine this little pipeline of unconditional love is coming from the source right through from the top of your head at your crown chakra, going down your spine, through your head, through your neck, down your spine, activating all your chakras, down through to the base root chakra at the base of your spine, going down to your legs, feet, toes, going down through your arms to your hands and your palms. So every little bit of in your body, every cell and atom is being rejuvenated with unconditional love. And all the holes and gaps that are remaining from you releasing stuff is filled with unconditional love. Creator, if there's anything else that needs to be done for Andrew and the audience on any program and anything, change it and show me. And just keep on breathing in that unconditional love so the healing can integrate. And I'll let you know when the creator lets me know when it's done. So just keep on imagining this unconditional love of pearlescent pink white light. If you resonate with another color, so just change it. Just imagine being filled up to the brim and overflowing, and you're now having an overflowing fountain of this pink pearlescent gold white light coming, cascading from the top of your head right down through your auric field, through your energy field. It's like 10 feet in front of you, 10 feet behind you, 10 feet below, and also 10 feet above. So this is a really massive fountain, and it's putting you into a beautiful protective bubble of loving light and energy. Creative all it is this healing complete? Nearly. So just keep integrating. If you still have to release stuff, let it go to the white light, washed and cleansed. Just whatever no longer serves you. If there's any pain, tightness, tension, this applies for the audience. Just imagine it's just going up, out of you, through your heart, through your head, in a bubble to be transformed into white light. washed and cleansed in white light. Just keep on releasing and filling up everything you're releasing with the unconditional love. So the white, pearlescent pink white light, gold, just keep filling up on that. Creative all it is this healing complete? Not yet. So just keep releasing, Andrew. Just keep letting go of all the dark spots and the energy that's in your body, in your energy field, your physical body, but your energy field. Just send it up to white light, washed and cleansed. So some of it's just some dark energy around your shoulders, tops of your shoulders,
Okay.
and in your stomach area. Just send it right up. Just let it go. It served its purpose. And also, if you want to, you could do it for this lifetime, past lifetimes, and just clear it from your whole ancestral lineage if that applies. So some of this energy, just send it up, clear and your ancestral lineage. And once you clear it, send the unconditional love with the pearlescent pink, white, gold light, send that down through to your ancestral lineage. And just get it all integrated ancestrally with the Creator now. Take on the learnings and just release all the trauma and the pain that no longer serves. You've got the lessons, preserve the learnings, and send the white, gold light and pink light down to your lineage, healing every ancestor that steps forward and is open to the healing. Just imagine they've all got their bubbles, their pink, pearlescent, white, gold light going into them energetically. Even though they're not in the physical form, just send it. It's going to be done energetically. Just imagine them all lined up behind you and they're all just pink, pearlescent, gold, white light, little beings lighting up in their own little bubbles, energetic bubbles. So just keep releasing dark energy, transmute to white light, and then breathe in the unconditional love. Bless everyone in your ancestral lineage for their part that they've played in your life to bring you to where you are today. Bless them all. Thank them for being in the lineage. Thank them for their role in your growth and development and the healing of the whole family ancestral lineage. Just see all the audience, you see all your ancestors lined up, surrounded in pearlescent pink, white, gold light. Just little dots all in around you. So keep integrating this unconditional love, keep sending it through all the lifetimes to all the ancestors right back to the beginning. And all the audience members do the same. Just keep cleansing, breathe in the love, release any dark energy, traumas, pains, or lower vibrational emotions. Just keep sending it to the white light, washed and cleansed. It served its purpose. Creative all it is, just keep downloading, change it and show me whatever programs need to be changed and for all the ancestors, the lineage, for Andrew, for all the audience members. Just change it and show me. This is a massive collective group here. Okay. Creator, is this healing now complete? Yes, my child. Okay. So, Andrew, when you're ready, I want you to have another nice deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. Start to feel your body, your fingertips and your toes. Wiggle your toes and your fingers. Have another deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. And then have another deep breath and start to be aware of the sounds in the room where you are or in your space.
Ooh.
Fantastic. And then when you're ready, have another deep breath and then open your eyes when you're ready.
That was amazing.
Thank you. Thank you for being a surrogate for everybody.
Yeah, that was wonderful. I hope that they felt as powerful, as transformational as I did in that session, and that feeling of what you did in using the tinsel tools and downloading the herbs we might need Um, I don't know why I saw that like glimpse of stuff, but I'll say that for after we're done, so we can leave that chat.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was incredibly powerful, and I hope everyone felt it, and I'm glad that you sat through it long enough to really give us a good feel for not only your energy but the power behind it. So thank you
Mm,
so much.
my pleasure. I think that was the creator. And also just bringing in all the ancestors to do those massive healings for everyone. Like, it's going to be phenomenal. And I'd love to hear feedback from the audience after this. So
Yeah,
I had to do it because I was being guided that way. That you had to just keep releasing stuff and filling it up with the unconditional love.
yes, I love
This is
that.
how channeling and intuition works in action in
Hmm.
healing.
Wow, I love it. Thank you so much again. I want to ask you like a few more questions and then we'll be done.
Hmm.
But again, thank you so much. I think that was wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. And it felt amazing. Okay, so what I want to ask you next is what practices do you teach to ensure, ooh, excuse me, what practices do you teach to ensure that what the hell, excuse me. What
Stop
practices,
it.
stuff keeps coming back up. I don't know why, it's so weird. Um, What practices do you teach to ensure that individuals can tap into their intuition consistently, especially during times when the veil is thin?
At times when what?
The veil is thin, like during Halloween.
Oh, okay. I'm just gonna say I'm not gonna worry about the veil, actually.
Okay. Okay.
Um, to tap into your intuition, um, I've got about five things, but I'll just do a few. What I normally do is I get out in nature. I'm an avid gardener. I love being in the garden, smelling the roses. I've got grass, so I like to not always do barefoot, but just walk out on the grass and get grounded. And just by even pulling weeds, like if I've been on the computer for a while, I just getting my hands in the earth
Mhm.
and also pull the weeds. If I'm upset, I'll stand in my garden and look up at the sky and tell the creator or the universe, hey, what's going on? Or even if I'm weeding, if something's really bothering me, I'll just be thinking about because my mind is being occupied by pulling out the weeds and I'm getting grounded and earthed by getting my hands dirty. So that's one thing. Another thing to connect is to keep yourself hydrated. So
Mhm.
after this healing, keep drinking your water and be kind to yourself. Have a rest because this is going to be working in the background. I'm going to say for 24 hours. That's what's just come in now. So make sure you have water like during these healing sessions, but also after, and like drink. I drink at least a liter and a half
Mhm.
or 2 liters a day, and that's usually filtered water, purified filtered water. So make sure you're hydrated and
Mhm.
listen to your body. Like if you're feeling tired, like don't keep on going like I have recently. So just take a rest, sit
Mhm.
outside, watch telly, like watch a movie or something, or sit in the sunshine, or go to the beach, get the sea air in. Another thing to do is, and I suggest everyone does this who's on this call and the replay, get a tub, a little bucket of warm water and put either rock salt in it and or Epsom salts because that's got magnesium.
Mhm.
And if you can easily fill up a whole bath if you want your whole body in there, but just soak your feet or your body for 15 minutes. And as you're filling up the crystals, the salt and the Epsom salts are crystals. So you can program it and you tell those salts to draw out all the toxins out of your body. And
Mm.
so draw it out and then throw it down the toilet to just flush it. And as you're doing that, just release it, washed and cleansed to white light. So only 15 minutes, because if you do too much longer, all the negative stuff that you're releasing can come back in. So I just think 15 minutes is a good rule. If you want to use essential oils, do that, but just get rid of the toxins and even do that on a regular basis. Just soak watching TV if you're doing your feet a bit hard unless you've got TV in the bathroom. So do something like that. So it's all self-care
Mhm.
and do some meditate. Like as I said earlier, you can do active meditation like walking or running or gardening,
Mhm.
or you can do quiet meditation and just put the clock on for 5 minutes.
Mhm.
Start small and do 5 minutes and just focus on your breathing, or just say a mantra like, I am safe, I am love, and just or focus on counting the breaths, like do 4 in, hold for 4, then out for 8.
Mhm.
So your out breath has to be longer, or do 3, 3, 3, 6. So little things like that, because it is, as I said earlier, it's a muscle. So you've
Mhm.
got to keep practicing. And then over time, you'll get you just get the guidance like I do sometimes to go shopping. I've made it on my list, I need something.
Mhm.
And I get guided, we'll go to this supermarket. And then when I go there, it's on special. Or even if I'm one in the supermarket, I might have made a mental note, oh, I need to get, but somehow I'm just wandering around and get guided to the aisle of where this thing is, and
Mhm.
it's on special. So
Mhm.
little things like that, that once you practice and get in tune with your intuition, with working with source, your angels or your fairies or elementals, whatever you like, you get to know the energy and the messages. So it just, as I say, it takes practice. And you just ask for help. Angels and the spirit guides only, and creator will only help you if you ask for help. And also thank them. Like when I put the key in the ignition of the car, I always say I get to where I'm going with grace and ease, and on time. Or if I'm running late, I manipulate time and get there on time. But we've had storms, so I've just asked angels protect me while I'm driving. And sometimes I can feel my foot going down on the brakes just in the nick of time. I thought, okay, thank you. So just be aware and thank them. So it just is strengthening that connection with source and your angels and your spirit guides. So those sort of are the tips I do. And after, as I say, over time, it will just become natural. You don't have to, you still have to ask for big things
Mhm.
and to surrender. But just have the thought of what you want, and
Mhm.
just and let the universe provide it to you. But you don't tell the universe how to do their job. I have been told this several times.
Mm. Okay. Okay. Thank you for explaining that deeper. I think it'll help people who are just starting out.
Yeah.
Which leads into my next question.
Oh,
What
cool.
advice would you give someone who is just starting out to explore their intuitive abilities?
Um, hang out with like-minded people
Mhm.
like Andro and us and all the guests on his summit. Like, just start attending the summits, even if you don't listen to everyone. Start to get familiar with the concepts. Start to hear different speakers say the same thing but differently, and you'll start to resonate with who you resonate with, and just hang out with them and spend more time with them. And you read more might read books, or you might see something on a Facebook feed. Book
Mhm.
in some healing sessions so you can experience it firsthand for yourself, or book in a reading so then you're working with someone who's focused just on you, and
Mhm.
you get what you need. And go on a regular basis. Just don't do a one-off
Mhm.
um, reading or a healing. With the healing, the more often you do it, the deeper you go, and the more you're going to get to the core of the issue.
Mhm.
Because that's essential. Once you get to the core of the issue, the card that's holding everything in place, once you pull that and heal it, the ripple effect happens, and the miracles and magic happens, because other things that you hadn't thought of will heal automatically. So
Mhm.
I think you follow your intuition. Like, if something feels good, do more of it. If you're not into gardening, don't bother pushing yourself doing gardening. Go
Mhm.
and walk around in nature or go and do a hike. But connecting with like-minded people, because there are more, it's becoming, I suppose the waking up is happening.
Mhm.
And if that's you, that's fabulous, because you just find people that you resonate with, or you like what they've got to say and what they believe in, and what they do for you. But just do keep doing more of it, because it's an ongoing thing.
Mhm.
And over time, you'll change with who you hang out with
Mhm.
as you grow and evolve, and you'll attract people in alignment with where you're at.
Mhm.
So you just keep on doing it. Like, I've been doing the healing business on myself for over 20 years, and I just keep doing more of it. And that's why I'll go to different practitioners
Yeah.
because it balances. Like my acupuncture, she'll come in from the Chinese medicine. This is
Hmm.
spiritual work. This is, the broadcasting is vibrational work. The cards, like a massage therapist is coming, or Reiki, like they're all different modalities that all have their place, and you might not need them all the time. I used to go to a kinesiologist on a regular basis,
Hmm.
using the essential oils and bringing about changes that way.
Hmm.
So I feel you just follow what feels good for you and what makes you feel happy.
Okay. I love that. Thank you for that advice. Okay, so now I would like to ask you, um, if people would like to find you, if people would like to work with you, if people would like a session with you, where can they go to find you?
Fantastic question. I've got my website, and I'm sure you'll have links on this. And
Mhm.
so it's really easy, Challenor.com. So if you go there, you'll get a free gift of a guided meditation of messages from angels. And then there is a payment portal. But if you can't, it's just diechallenor.com/ payment portal / and there's a whole lot of, like, there's the half an hour sessions, 1 hour sessions, 10-hour sessions, a 50-50, like a reading and a healing if you want to experience both. So there's a whole lot of sessions, and it's tailored to what you want. It's
Mhm.
really like you can have a reading, or you can have a healing, or half and half.
I love
And
it. Yay.
yeah, thanks.
Thank you for offering that. Okay, one more question.
Yeah.
Do you have a free gift or offer to offer the audience? You just kind of said it, but
Yeah.
well, actually, I'll just keep it at that. Well, no, we'll say this. Your free gift links will be linked at the bottom so they can easily access it, access the gift link below, and they won't have to go to your website to like search for it. So the last question I want to ask you is if you could leave the audience off with one really great message that you feel like they need to know, what message would that be?
It's a really easy one. As you're asking, I was getting follow your heart. It's as simple as follow your heart and the guidance, and take action on that. Like you've got to follow your heart. Like it's the heart is the first brain. So follow your heart. What excites you and makes you feel happy, but warm and fuzzy happy, not excitement, panic. What makes you feel warm and fuzzy, content, is that follow your heart, and be open to asking for the guidance and following up and taking the action. And then if you hear the guidance 3 or 4 times,
Mm-hmm.
that is your message from your angels or from creator or the universe to take action. Because, sometimes we resist, but just 3 or 4 times, just take action. Follow your heart and take action.
Thank you so much for being here. And thank you so much for being on the summit. And thank you so much for guiding us through that powerful, powerful healing and download. I can't wait for people to hear it, see it, and really feel the energy of it. Because like if people are like me, if people are like you, they're going to feel that energy. They're going to feel the transformation. And I wonder if they'll see things the same way I saw things because I had a
Mm,
vision and I'm gonna like talk to you after we're done about it.
yeah,
But I had like this weird vision that I wanna talk to you about that I wanna see if we can kind of get clarity on, if you have time.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Before we go, I wanted to say that, and I want to say thank you again so much for being a part of my summit.
Oh, my pleasure, Andrew. I love working with you, and I think your people are my people, and I've absolutely enjoyed every moment of it, including all your fabulous questions, which brought me out to explain things. So no, I've loved it. So thank you. Blessed and honored to be here, and happy to be of service to you and your audience. So thank you.
You're welcome.